this time we're streaming. I just gave a 30-second rant about the computer problems I'm having right now, and I realized it wasn't actually going out. Now we're going out. Okay. We don't have the music set up. We don't have... I'm opening the chats now. There's a bunch of things that went sideways, trying to get the stream set up. The computer is rebooted twice already. I'm trying to record something with Cub at the beginning of the stream, which is going to be awesome, assuming the computer doesn't keep rebooting. So we're gonna see how that goes. Because, like, this is why when I tell people, like, you know, if you're going to do this professionally, you should really have 2 separate recording computers. Because I can't think of any reason that this computer would reboot twice in 10 minutes. But that's what we've been doing since 8:25, is rebooting the computer. At random. Unacceptable. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I am one of those people, like, it's always dangerous to tell people what bothers you on the internet, but I don't like when people mess with my tools. Like, I like my tools to just kind of work. And when my tools don't work when it's time for me to work, that makes me feel like I'm failing somehow. So I've gone in and I've completely... It seemed like the computer was trying to go to sleep but failing, which it shouldn't do. But I've just completely disabled sleep mode on the computer after the second time it rebooted. And hopefully we have a live stream now. Because this is the time I do my show. We haven't done a HermitCraft show in a few days because we had all the April Fool's stuff, which was fantastic. And it's like, I wanted to come in here strong, happy, riding that wave. And instead I'm trying to, like, have this computer turn on and it won't stay on. Okay, so Cub has joined the game. Cub, you ready for me? Cub, I'm near my home whenever. We're going to start recording because I want to get a record. We're going to take down the setting up. We're going to take down the face cam. If we get nothing else done right now, we are going to get this recording with Cub. Okay. How's my... Yeah, we're getting decent frame rate. Everything's okay on that. Peridot Hair says, I'm watching a live stream, so something is working. Yay. Abigail says, love your April Fool's video. Watched from 3 POVs and almost died laughing. That came out so well. I'm so proud of that. And it's largely because my friends were so fantastic. Beef was clutch with the idea. Corrales, excellent with the translation coaching. And then Iskall was a great... Howdy there, Cub. Hey.
How's it going, Joe?
Outstanding. Thank you so much for this prank. I honestly couldn't figure out who did it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I even put out a message. I'm like, if anybody wants to record something for me for my April Fool's video, you know, claiming credit for this prank, feel free. I mean, whether you did it or not, it'd be funny if 8 people claim credit. But, you know,
Yeah.
You know, I was like, who did I tell that I did Wordle? I was like, I mentioned it to Impulse. I mentioned it to Cleo. But, like, I didn't think they would have done this much work.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough task to go through all your past streams and all your past episodes to find every Wordle I could, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the thing, is it didn't occur to me that somebody would have done that. And I don't want to tell you that there was an easier way, because it wasn't necessarily easier. But there was a different way. I thought somebody had, like, stalked me. There's, like, this one random, small, tiny pinball Discord I'm on, where I've been posting my Wordle results. And I was like... Who do I know that would have, like, stalked me through these weird random pinball Discords to find me there? But, yeah, this is so good. I love all of these being things that I've really tried and did. And I want to make sure that these ghosts get rehomed somewhere. You know, I feel like as part of a neighborhood, oh my gosh, that green thing wasn't there, like, a day ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty big. I think I know who did this, but I don't think it's come out yet. So
well, yeah, but don't say. But
yeah, it does look kind of interesting though, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this is why I didn't stream last night, because I was like, people are still going to be adding pranks to the server, but oh boy, Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
Well, that's something to keep an eye out for. I guess that's Jevin's house that happened at. So yeah, keep an eye out for Jevin's next video.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Joe, I was not able to find a couple of Wordles. A couple Wordles were missing from these Wordles.
Well,
like I actually have a sheet right next to me that has every Wordle you ever did on HermitCraft that I could find, and I'm missing 272, 277, 278, 281, and 282. But all the other ones we got.
Well,
up until 283.
I will say that some of those I might have missed. I might have just not actually completed them. Because
Okay. Yep.
I know one of the points of Wordle is to do it every day, but like I got a lot on my plate, and so some days I miss it. But if any of those I did do, I can go back and check on my Discord where I posted those, and what I'm thinking is when I rehouse these ghosts, I'm gonna start adding ghosts of the new Wordles as I replace them, and I can maybe go back and find those few if any of those got done, and add those too.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, would you like to do like a Wordle, ghost Wordle like area? Because I also do Wordle quite frequently, and I would love to post mine like alongside yours if you're up for that.
Okay. Well, my plan. I was kind of thinking I would just stack. You've been in Corrales' attic. I was just gonna stack them up in Corrales' attic.
Oh, that's an awesome idea. Yes.
But
oh my God, Joe, I'm so down for this.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Store all the Wordles in Corrales' attic.
I don't know that that's gonna fit two people's
brilliant.
Wordles forever, but I
love it, Joe. I love it. I'm doing a twirling mustache on my face right now. Like that's how evil I'm feeling right now. Like a devilishly, cartoonishly evil.
Oh my goodness. Fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so basically as soon as we're done recording this, my plan was to go into replay mod, fly around and take screenshots of all of these, destroy them and rebuild them in Corrales' attic.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
So
I have a couple of my past one of my past ones. But yeah, I can put the rest of them, like the new ones, in Corrales' attic and just keep doing that. That would be hilarious.
Awesome.
So it starts overflowing, and then oh my God, dude, it's so good.
Okay, well, I'll let you go collect yours, and I'll start collecting mine, and maybe I'll bump into you in Corrales' attic in an hour.
Yes, that sounds awesome. All right.
Alrighty.
I will see you then.
See you, Cub.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Cub. Okay, seriously, my literal plan is to take screenshots of these. The ones at ground level we can just do in Minecraft now. But, like, the ones up there, we're going to just have to come back and replay mod. So, real quick, though, it looks like we got a few tips. So, I'm going to log out and start loading that replay mod. Where's my abacus? This whole room, everything is in disarray. So, my parents came and visited today for the first time since I moved to celebrate. My dad's birthday happened pretty recently, and so the thing is, nothing is where it normally would be because I kind of tidied. Where's the abacus? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's load the replay mod while I mute the microphone and go find the abacus. Well, good news. I'm glad I muted while I found the abacus, because as soon as I pulled it off the shelf, like 8 things fell down, and that way you didn't hear a lot of bad noises while that happened. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna get all the tips that just rolled in. We got a $5 tip from Wittershins who says, I learned so many ways to say D. And then we got another 10 rolling in from Robin S. Thank you, Robin S., who says, the real April Fools were the friends we made along the way. Loved the episode, Joe. I did too. I had so much fun making that. That puts us 5 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome. Oh no, because the computer rebooted twice when I was trying to set up this stream. Also, if this stream cuts out in the middle, I'm going to warn you, this computer has rebooted at random twice in the last 15 minutes, like basically right before I started the stream, and I don't know why. So That's a bad sign. I changed some things that I think might fix it, because it seemed like it went into sleep mode before it rebooted, so I turned off sleep mode entirely. Grant, I can't troubleshoot your YouTube problems right now. There's a reason that rule exists, so thank you for acknowledging that rule. Just do your best to ignore it. Or not the rule, the YouTube problems. YouTube chat is a nightmare, and I can't fix it, and I can't stress out about it. I have too many other responsibilities, like making my computer not reboot. I don't think it's overheating, because it's not in a place it should be overheating. It was turned completely off before I powered it up, so it's not like it was already running hot. I don't know. But we just got a new graphics card, and we installed a bunch of new drivers, so there's a lot of things that could have gone sideways there. We'll worry about that later. Hopefully we can do this. What we got to do right now is we've got to screenshot all of the Wordles. So we're going to call this one Wordle 273. Save. Take screenshot. Close. So then we're going to go over here. We're going to take a screenshot of this Wordle so that we can move it to Corrales' attic. We're going to call this Wordle 276. Save, take screenshot. Close. Okay. I feel like we need to work kind of like left to right. Okay, so we're going to work... Oh, there's one up here. I didn't almost... Peridot Hair, thank you for tipping 5. Who says, second tip ever after a year wanting to support the arts. It's time to grow hills. Yes, it sure is. So here we go. Please direct your attention down here. Howdy, y'all. Grow hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh, I didn't even get into this. We've got a new face camera because the old face camera broke the other day. Where's my wig? We might need the wig later because the new face camera is really high definition and you can see all of my pores. And so having the wig to cover that up might come in handy. Okay, so we've got 273 and 276. So yeah, we've got 2 new pieces of hardware that we added in the last week, and now the computer keeps rebooting. This one's 274. Let's get that written down. Whew. Okay, so screenshot, please. Close. Okay, so we've got those 3. We're going to kind of go left to right. So we're going to get this one, 267. Well, it's Nashville. There's a bachelorette party. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up. I have one of the windows in the other room open, and you can definitely hear a bachelorette party out the window for that. Wordle 267. Okay. Close. They sound like they're having fun. Okay, you can hear them. Yeah. Yeah, when I tell people I live in Nashville, they're like, "Oh, how far outside of Nashville do you live?" And I'm like, "No, I live in Nashville." I don't normally keep the windows open when I'm streaming, but I lost a lot of time on setup with the computer rebooting. So this one's 283. So we're going to take a screenshot of that. Wordle 283. You know the rules and take screenshot. Hey, welcome Cookies and Donuts. This is kind of a weird stream. I'm doing research so that I can do the part for my next episode. Because basically the goal is to take all of these down and rebuild them in Corrales' attic. So this is 275. So we're going to rename that one Wordle 275. Okay, I need to move this microphone cable as well. Sorry about that. That's like I said, I had my parents in here for the first time, visiting my new apartment that I got last February. Because of COVID, they haven't been able to visit. So So they finally got up here because my dad's birthday was recently a thing, and so we had a nice dinner, had hangout. Corinne got to show everybody the pinball machine, but like, yeah, the studio is kind of, it's weird. I want to say the studio is a mess, but the studio is actually neater looking on the whole than it would normally be, but nothing's where it should be. All the wires aren't run the way I like them, because the way I like them looks insane. Wordle 268. Let's get a screenshot of that. Okay. Take screenshot. Yeah, why are we putting these in Papa K's attic? So right now I'm in replay mod mode, so I can fly around and take screenshots of these. So these are, Cubfan went and meticulously researched all my old Wordles to resurrect them as ghosts. And Papa K's attic, I don't know if that's going to actually be loaded in this replay mod file, because it's just outside render distance, maybe. Joseph asks, what are your pronouns, Joe? I don't have any strong preference. You can do what you want. Like, okay, so this is one of Corrales' attics. This chunk didn't load. And then here's Corrales' other attic. So attics are normally where you store Halloween and Christmas decorations, right? So the joke is that we're storing our old Wordles in here to save them for later, you know, like when it's the right season to bust them out. Peridot here says that face cam's looking pretty crisp. Yeah, this camera is like a 4K 60 frame a second camera. So when we actually get to the point where the camera like when my eye gets bigger, it actually looks like super crisp now. Like this camera has a lot more pixels on the sensor. The infamous Neo says, when is Wordle season? I mean, well, right now it looks like Wordle season, but we're going to go store them in the attic for a while, and then we'll pull them out when it's time later. So this one's 266. I don't think we got a screenshot of that. So we're going to take a screenshot of that. Yeah, see, no 266. So we'll take that 267, rename it. Take screenshot. Cubfan spent a lot of time going through old streams to find all these. 271, I don't think we got this one. So it would be rude to just destroy these, right? You know, we gotta rebuild them somewhere else. So take screenshot, close this one over here. And then there's some in the backyard and some inside the house. So we'll go grab those too. So Wordle 277. I think he said he did 7, or no, he did 13 in total. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's 2 inside the house and then 1 in the backyard. They're Wordle guys. Hey, Devin Crotty's good to see you. Thank you for the raid earlier. Devin Crotty's actually streamed for the first time ever on Twitch today. I was able to catch a little bit of that. I'm going to be honest. It was like right after my family left, and I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on. Hey, Devin Crotty's is streaming. I know Devin Crotty's. We hang out at MPT3K every Friday night. What number is this? 280 question mark? Okay. So, whoops. Oh, I didn't name that one. And so, yeah, I popped in. It was fun. Your mic sounded good, which is super important. I'm glad that you tagged it as Australian, because I was like, what is this accent? I realized I never knew where you were from, Devin Crotties, and I was like, I can't quite place this accent. Oh, it was your first time on the Everstorm server. Oh, okay. I was going to say, if it was your first Twitch stream, it was impressive how well your mic was set up. Because, yeah, you had a really solid audio setup, which is super important for doing streaming stuff. So, yeah, awesome. Well, I hope you had fun on the Everstorm server. Okay, this one, wait, oh, I didn't look at what number it was. 270. Take screenshot. Whoops, I didn't name it. $270. Save. Grant Rogers, I have seen the film Parasite. I have not seen the film Para-Wordle Activity. Okay. So this one is 269. Do I have Discord open? No. Because the computer rebooted twice when I was trying to get the stream started, and I didn't get it back up. Some of these Wordles are duplicates of each other. Okay. The Fog of Wordle. That's pretty good. Thank you, Wizard of Docs. Devin Crotty says, getting good audio on stream was the whole thing that took several months. Well, it paid off. I forget which number this was. 269. Okay. Sorry. This is the problem with me reading the chat in the middle of tasks is I like that 268 is just doubled up on PNGs. That's fine. Okay. Take screenshot. So I'm gonna open up the Windows thing here. I'm gonna check to make sure that I have 13 different Wordle things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, cool. We have 13 Wordles. Okay, cool. Let me make sure that everything on the computer is weird tonight. Which is, like, I don't know why, but okay. So we can exit the replay mod now because we've captured all of these. So we're going to go back to the HermitCraft server and we're going to chop all these up to relocate them. Okay, so now we are back on the server in survival mode. I've got a Silk Touch axe. And I've got a bunch of nonsense in my... Okay, we're going to go real quick back to the... Go real quick back to the composter and dump a bunch of these seeds in there. Wonder if anything else has been added since last time I logged on. I love the April Fool's stuff on the server. Y'all, if you haven't watched, like, all the April Fool's episodes, they're so good. Oh my gosh. Like, I know I play on one of the most creative servers in the world with some of the best people, but this event really proved it. Yeah, we are rehoming the Ghosts of Wordle's Past because Cubfan did such a good job researching those that it seems unfair to just, you know, destroy them at the end of April Fool's. We need to rehome them. Okay, so we're not going to feed the hay bales into there. I'm just, like, continuously adding hay bales to these piles. I know that Pearl or Stress or somebody at some point really went through and, like, made these piles look nice. But we're just going to keep throwing stuff on there. Is removal of Wordle ghosts a lexorcism? Grutar. That is a fantastic thing. A few people have said that my prank on Iskall was their favorite. I'm so glad. You know, because that's the thing is, like, we all need to try and do different things on the server. And so I never know when I'm doing something like, well, you know, I'm going to do something like sing instead of do a crazy build. It's like, are people going to think I'm lazy? You know? Because, like, I'm doing my own thing in my own way. And it actually was a lot of work. And it was really hard. Like, I'm not joking. It was really hard to sing in another language on stream. Because that's not something... Well, I was going to say, that's not something I practiced. But then again, like, I come in here and all the time, and I'm like, estoy aquí, abriéndome, cuando entre cosas y recuerdos entre fotos y cuadernos allí, estoy en lo siéndote. But I don't ever sing in Swedish, right? Like, I don't sing in Swedish on the streams. And, like, it was, like, a totally different part of my brain to try and do that live. Like, when I sing Estoy aquí, that's, like, we had to sing that in high school. And that's one of those things that just never left my head. TJ Frogtime says, I tried to play along with the Swedish lessons. I couldn't pronounce any of the sounds Corrales made. What a cool language. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that prank. So at this point, even though if we find out we missed any screenshots, we can always still go back to the same replay mod thing. You know, and pull those. So don't worry, I'm just smashing these all, and I'm going to move them. I couldn't tell if they were being sarcastic about me doing Swedish well either. Because, like, for Corrales, like when Corrales was like, oh, sounds great, my job is done here, I'm like, is it really? Or do you just think it's funnier if I go screw this up? Like, I can't tell if Corrales is lying to me because he thinks it's funnier if I do a bad job when I sing to Iskall or not. You know? And I'm like, I don't think he would lie to me, but it is April Fool's, so, like, this is the only time it's socially acceptable for Corrales to lie to me. We're moving these to Corrales' attic. It's hard to tell when Corrales is joking. Yeah, Shap9 says, I love the subtitles bit. Thank you. Yeah, Beef had suggested subtitles when we thought, like, we would do a song that nobody knew the words to. But I was like, well, everybody knows the words to Rickroll. Do we need the subtitles still? And then I was like, well, you know what? Corrales might appreciate some subtitles in Polish. So I was going to do the whole song in Polish. And after doing the first few, I was like, you know, it's kind of funny if we start off in Polish and then, like, switch to English and then switch back to, like, other languages. Butterfly Girl says there were subtitles. Yeah, and the part where I actually sing to Corrales, I put in subtitles. Like, I've got it in Hawaiian, Vietnamese, Spanish, French, Ukrainian. Whoops. No, I don't need the voice chat now. But yeah. There were a lot of Swedish commenters that said I was doing a good job. And I'm like, I doubt that all of them would lie to me. Are we going to put Christmas decorations in the attic too? Probably not until after Christmas. But after that, definitely. Okay. So we're collecting all of these things. And the server is restarting for its nightly update and backup. We're going to give that a second before we try to rejoin. Yeah, I've watched the Grian setup for the Impulse prank, but I haven't had time to watch the Impulse prank yet because I spent most of the day cleaning my apartment for my family to come visit. Huge success there. Like, I'm going to say, I know some people have parents who are, like, super judgmental, and I am very fortunate that that is not the case with mine. And I appreciate that as, like, I know that that's or maybe not uncommon, but, like, that's not something you can count on. Not every person is lucky to have parents who aren't judgmental. And so, like, the thing is, though, my mom loves touring people's homes. Like, that's, like, one of her favorite things is to, like, see the decisions they made and why they made them and stuff. And so, like, I could have been like, yeah, so my daughter and my bedrooms, we're just going to leave the doors closed because they're kind of messy. And, like, on the drive home, she would have been like, oh, I really wanted to see how their bedrooms were set up. She wouldn't have been, like, mad at me or whatever for having rooms that were too messy to look at. But, she, you know, it's just like, she's been waiting a year to come visit us because of COVID, and she finally gets to be here. I'm like, it'd be nice if we got every room clean. Not just the living room and the dining room. Let's actually get all of the house or apartment or whatever clean. I say house colloquially a lot, and people are like, oh, congrats on buying a house. And I'm like, no, no matter how small the apartment is, I call it a house. Just deal with it. But yeah, so we got all the bedrooms clean. The studio, I tidied as much as I could, which is also part of why now that the computer keeps rebooting, I'm like, oh, what did I move that's causing the computer to keep rebooting? But yeah, so I'm like, I've been going all day. I've been going all day, getting everything tidied and stuff. So Peridot Hair says subtitles were 10 out of 10. Thank you. Okay, cool. Still no Patreon tips rolling in. That's okay. We're a half hour in. That is statistically uncommon, but not unheard of. Let me just check on my phone to make sure the alerts aren't going somewhere else. Okay, looks like I don't mind if there's no tips rolling in. I just need to make sure that if there's people I need to thank, I'm not doing a bad job of thanking them. So that's fine. Okay, cool. But yeah, we do have the new face camera that this is a 4K webcam. In theory, the eyeball camera, if we get bigger, should look insanely good. I meant PayPal tips. Sorry, I have been running around like doing laundry and moving furniture and vacuuming all day. My brain is fried. I have like, but you know what? We celebrated my dad's birthday and he had a great time. Sorry, no, PayPal tips, not Patreon tips, Packy. Sorry. Hey, T-Boy Prophet, I am doing well. I was thrilled at how well received that latest video was. I even got a tweet from HermitBot, who recently took over the Hermit subreddit Discord or whatever. And oh, somebody says I like your new Minecraft skin. Oh, I forgot to turn off the. I'm still wearing my orange hat. I'm still wearing my Rickroll outfit. Hey, Hunter, thank you for the 5 via YouTube. That puts us 15 away from the next face camera expansion. Welcome back, Ancient68. Glad to have you. So, yeah. DJ Frogtime says, I can tell it's a better camera even though I have you tiny on my phone. That means it's a good camera. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to change back for my skin. I'm still wearing the Rickroll stuff. But like I said, I was just busy trying to make sure the apartment was presentable because I wanted to be able to show it to my parents and, you know, have them not worry about me. But like, we don't have a ton of guests. So like, you know, there'll just be stuff stacked up. It's like, what's that? That's a stack of bills. Oh, that's a concern. I'm like, well, no, I've paid them all. I just haven't put them in the filing cabinet yet, type of thing. It's like sometimes, like, I'm just behind on things. So today was a catch-up day for me. But I got caught up on a lot of stuff. Originally, we were going to go somewhere else and meet up, and it ended up not working out. So basically, I found out last minute, like, no, why don't we go to your place? And I was like, awesome! I'm going to clean frantically for 6 hours. So, yeah. But I had the time set aside to spend the whole day doing family stuff. So instead of driving out to hang out with them somewhere else, I spent that driving time cleaning my own place, and they came to see me. It turned out well. It was a good day. Hey, a PayPal tip just rolled in. Let's see who that is from. It's from P. Marincac for 5, who says, let's see those eyes bigger. Can do. We are 10 away now from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. I don't want to Rickroll people, but I'm going to be honest. I listened to that song so many times. I'm going to have it stuck in my head for a while. So I am sorry. Like, but yeah, oh my gosh. That video was super well received. Sorry, I got distracted talking about HermitBot. So yeah, HermitBot sent me a thing on Twitter saying that I had over 150 subscribers on YouTube now, which is pretty cool because before the HermitCraft hiatus, so I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube has this thing where basically it's continuously destroying old accounts. And so if you have a YouTube channel that was around 10 years ago and somebody has a YouTube account that wasn't used for like 5 years or 7 years or something, I don't know what the actual cutoff is, it will just destroy that account. And then anybody that person was subscribed to will have their, will lose the subscriber count for them, right? And I've been on YouTube for, well, since 2011 now, so 11 years. So that means that there's a lot of random accounts that like somebody created while they were in high school and then they like switched over to a different account later and then they don't use their old account anymore, right? So I lose on a day when nobody subscribes to me because HermitCraft is on hiatus, like 300 subs a day or something. And this is why I tell people you cannot let yourself get invested in these numbers and judging your self-worth, because that doesn't mean I'm a worse artist today than I was 10 days ago or whatever if all of a sudden a bunch of people unsubscribe to me, because they're not actually clicking unsubscribe. they clicked subscribe 7 years ago and then didn't log into their accounts, and then Facebook unsubscribed. Or, oh my gosh, not Facebook. YouTube unsubscribed them. My brain is so fried. This has been a very frantic day cleaning, right? So, yeah, I literally lose hundreds of subscribers a day if I'm not... oh, no, that one we needed. We'll get it back. I lose hundreds of subscribers a day on days when HermitCraft isn't active. And so then over the HermitCraft hiatus, I had sent out a bunch of things to people saying like, hey, you know, I'd like to appear at your convention, blah, blah, blah. I have 145,000 subscribers. The only time I ever look at my subscriber count is when I'm applying for something. Like, hey, I want to be part of your charity event. And they say, how many YouTube subscribers do you have, right? Because, like, that's not something I need for my well-being. I don't need to look at that number. But for people who are trying to run an event and might have, like, a bunch of random people who are like, hey, I want to help. And they're like, how do we tell who can actually help versus who just wants to help? Okay, let's look at their YouTube numbers, right? So I had applied for some charity stuff. And I was like, yeah, I've got 145,000 YouTube subscribers or whatever. And then the hiatus happens. And I dropped down to like, I don't know the exact number, but I think it was 139. And I was like, oh no, all of those people that I sent these like, hey, I want to help with your charity event things to are going to be like, wow, this guy lied to us about having 6,000 more YouTube subscribers than he has. So, yeah, over the course of, like, 3 months, I lost 6,000 subscribers. And so it's really funny that, like, apparently HermitCraft has been doing well since we came back, because I'm back up to I've passed 145, I'm up to 150 now. So that's cool. Like, it doesn't really matter to me, but it's nice that if those people, like, got lazy and didn't look at their, like, applications until now, I don't look like a liar anymore. In fact, it looks like I underestimated him. It's like, oh, this guy claimed to have 145, but he's got 150,000. Wow, what a humble guy. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, 6,000 is an odd amount to tack on as a lie, right? So then they're like, well, why would this guy lie about such a small number? How could that benefit him? If we were gonna check it, like, why not lie and say you had 200,000, right? You know? Hey, we got some more tips rolling in. I need to acknowledge, though. Thank you so much. The Deus for 30, who says, Joe, as someone who loves Minecraft and understands the subtlety of Swedish dialect differences, I smiled through your whole episode. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, The Deus. That's actually going to get us 2 face camera expansions. So here we go. Showing off that new webcam. Expand. OBS is still going to freak out about certain things. That's not the camera flickering when I'm doing the wild expansions. That's OBS. But anyway, numero dos. Expand. Look at how crisp the lines are on the glasses, though. You can see my eyebrows like crazy. Right, so there we go. New webcam in the house, which is technically an apartment, but I've already covered that. And we also got a tip rolling in via PayPal here. Let's see who that's from. M. Lavis says, we need more Joe. Boom. Tipping 40. That is 2 face camera expansions already. That abacus is now full. The first expansion, that's going to be pretty standard. So here we go. Grow hills, and then let's get all of the props out for the. Oh my gosh, I can't put these on over the headphones. The wig, even though y'all don't talk with the headphones, you talk with the chat. I always assume like, oh, I can't take off the headphones because I won't be able to hear them. Where's the chains? Everything's in a weird place because my parents were here, but y'all have seen those face camera expansion. You've seen those tips go straight to my head with each face camera expansion, but now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life, which theoretically are in high definition, are about to be pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the ghost. Okay, is that working? Yeah, I think it's working. Once again, new webcam, bunch of stuff changed with the graphics card. I moved things around the room. Either way, there we go. 90% Joe Pasty now. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So thank you so much to M. Lavis for pushing us over the top on the entrance of the Joust. Alrighty. Notable Noble says, I'm watching in VR. Are you using big screen? What app are you using, Notable Noble? Because I watch some shows in big screen with friends in VR. Goran, who was actually here the other night for the Mario Kart stream, does a bunch of big screen events. Have a good night, Grutar. Night. Lay your head down and dream. A bunch of people are like, wow, it really does look super crisp. How much do these chains weigh? These are actual chains. These are from the hardware store. Like, they weigh enough that I don't leave them on for very long. I'll tell you that. They weigh more the worse I mistreat people. This is why I have to pay my moderators, because otherwise my chains would get too heavy. You know what? I'm just going to start saying that. I'm not going to justify anything further. That's it. That's how we justify things. Supernova PowerPoint says, even with my bad laptop, the face cam is super crisp. Awesome. Looks like we missed a few up there. Wow. Oh, good. I've still got some ender pearls. Ender pearl into break wordles and... Nope. Need the silk touch. Ender pearl into break wordles. La da 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 da. Pro Ace, I'm glad you like the Secret Fools. Whoa! Is that an endermite? What was going on there? Yeah, I think that was an endermite. I was taking some damage or something. Did it die when it fell? Good for you. You don't deserve to... VR chat cinema. Oh! I love VR chat. I try and hang out in VR chat a few times a month. The guy who made Total Nuclear Annihilation, the pinball machine I was streaming the other day, runs this weird VR chat explorers group. And sometimes we go out on adventures and visit weird VR chat worlds. It's really... Oh, no, I fell. Ilya, tips 20, who says, enhance. So there we go. It's time to... expand Joust. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 80%. Thank you very much, Ilya. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. It's raining. I should probably get some health back before I die. I don't need that scaffold anymore. Ta-da. Ah, I missed it. No, I hit it. Yay. Okay. Probably should eat another carrot. Iskell says they're great. So I broke at least one black piece of glass without silk touch on. So we're going to need to go back in and make some more... Also, not all these signs were birch. I think I want to recreate them all with birch signs. Yeah, Riptide is great with all this rain. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and... I think I've got some glass or some sand. I don't want to turn night into day and lose the rain, but we're not going anywhere far right now, except maybe the desert where it wouldn't rain anyway. We might go to the desert to get some sand, except that I don't have a shovel. Oh, okay, I haven't thought this through. So we need more glass than we had because some of the glass I broke with the wrong tool. So... yeah, I did some tests with the Tony Stark helmet cam and the T-Joe Eckhilsberg, and I'm gonna say straight up, they're kind of a lot. They're kind of a lot more than already with the new camera. It's... Doc sells sand cheap and he's next door. I have 1 diamond. So we could either make 1 diamond shovel or we can go buy 1 diamond worth of glass. Nah, Packy, I don't wanna mooch off Cub. I definitely broke some of the with the wrong tools, Mahis. I know for a fact that I broke at least 1 with the wrong tool. Thomas, I have several jobs. I am also a poet. I do freelance systems administration and web development work. I am a single parent. I have all sorts of jobs. So this is all slime. Where's the sand? Is it in his house? 1 diamond gets you 4 stacks. Is it in his house? You go... Oh, it's up here. I feel like I have other jobs. What other jobs do I have? I do video editing and production. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stacks for 1 diamond. Awesome. So we can go turn that into glass. We've got... And we can have that running... This should be loaded from Corrales' house. Because if Corrales' attic was loaded when I was over here... Dang it. I'm trying to both eat and close this fence, and that's a bad combo. Okay, so we're going to put 2 stacks in this hopper. 1, 2. Put 2 Why did that not start? What is wrong? Why was there a stack of previously... We can't make twice baked potatoes in Minecraft. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start paying more attention to how I trim my mustache now, because the camera really catches the detail there, right? Like this is definitely a better camera. I do love twice baked potatoes. In real life, they're delicious. Zebulon C says, Joe, are you a space nerd like me? Hey, look, Google Joe Hill's NASA Marshall Space Center. You can see some videos where I actually did some events at NASA facilities. They were really fun. But yeah, I am a bit of a space nerd. I've been trying to get Scar and Cub to come out to some of these NASA events too. But like, just our schedules haven't lined up. Because Cub and Scar are also big space nerds. Yeah, seriously. I've gone to NASA. Like, there was a thing when I went to the Marshall Space Center where they're like, we want everybody to go and take a picture with this thing that's going to go into space. But if you drop your cell phone on it, we will throw you out. Do not drop your cell phone when you lean over this thing, because this is going into space in like a month, and I could lose my job, but like, I will lose my job tomorrow. You will be escorted out by security now. This is what did they call it? Like, this is a launch ready material, or they had a really specific word for it. It's like, this is, but you know, like when Mike Pence was photographed touching the thing that said "do not touch," it was one of those. It was one of those things. It's like, this is going into space. But if you dent it by dropping your phone on it, it is going to be bad. Well, anytime I go to one of those NASA events, I don't normally have like a lanyard on my phone or anything. But like, I always try to, before I go to a NASA event, I will go to the store if I don't already have a lanyard to hook on my phone, and get a special case with a lanyard hook and like get a wrist strap, right? And I will wrist strap that phone. So, yeah. I do not go to a NASA facility without wrist straps on your cameras. That is a bad idea. Okay. So, we got some extra white glass. Let's just make some extra of each color. Do we have extra squid ink or black dye? I might have used all my black dye on something else. What was I using the black dye on? I feel like I just had an episode, though, where I used a bunch of black dye on something. Oh, yeah, Cub is a huge space geek. Like, a lot of times after the HermitCraft meeting ends, I say a lot of times, but like a half dozen times, which if you do something 6 times, that's a real pattern, right? Like Cub and Scar and I would hang out afterwards and talk about like upcoming space stuff with any other hermits that were interested. Like, oh, did you see this SpaceX launch is coming up? And, you know, that sort of thing. There was one, I forget if it was a launch or one of the weird vertical takeoff and re-landing things. But there was some space event that we all watched together. Like, a bunch of the hermits were like, hey, our meeting's over right as this thing is about to land. And I think Cub was like, hey, we should watch this together. And we all did. It was so cool. Any interesting space things coming up? Here's the thing, Hunter, is I am really bad at looking forward at the same time I'm super busy. And this last 2 weeks has been really busy for me. And that's the sort of personal failing that I want to fix long term, but I just need to acknowledge it right now. Like, you know, like I know that when I have a busy week, I'm going to lose track of what's coming up next month, you know? And I have a project manager to help me on the YouTube stuff like that that's coming up next month. Wait, is that the first ink I got out of all those squids? What happened to the other squids I killed? I feel like I'm getting way less ink than I should. Okay, we got 5 now. That feels better. Is it just floating on the top here? We're still at 5, so... Did it sink? Does not every squid give ink anymore? So sometimes it sinks. Sometimes it floats. Okay, I see some... Where is it? We haven't picked it up. 9. That feels like enough. Does the trident have looting? No. Can you put looting on a trident? Looting in the right. I don't have looting on anything, I don't think. Items go down, then up. Well, let's go back to that area we were at over here, because there might be a bunch floating around over here now. Riptide might shoot me too fast. That's not a creepy noise. Oh, yeah, there's the ink from before. I'm no stranger to ink. I killed the squids and found the things they made. La, la, la. Okay, so we're also going to bake some of those cacti from behind my house. Might help if I turn on hitboxes. I really try not to do that unless I have a really strong reason. Like, I can always just get more ink later. Welcome in. Yep, the camera gets bigger when people tip, and we hit certain tipping milestones. We are currently, according to my abacus, $20 away from the next tipping milestone. And tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, we are an hour into the stream, and I have finished my drink. Might be a good time while we wait on the smelter to, might be a good time while we wait on the smelter to do a hydration break. So I'm going to feed the cacti into one of the smelters first, real quick. I only got 4? Oh, I guess that makes sense because there weren't a lot. That's fine. So we're going to put the sand back into the hopper. I'm going to pull up our hydration break sign. And let's see who we need to thank for tonight's hydration break. Well, during the hydration break, I like to play a song. $20 a month patrons and above get a chance to request a song in particular. Let's see, we've already done... Hey, it looks like Drew Baca requested Lines, which is a song I wrote. And Joy, wrote When Will My Stream... Or requested When Will My Stream Begin. So why don't we queue up both of those. I'm going to go refresh my drink. And I will be right... Oh, no, that's why we haven't queued those up. Because the computer isn't set up for... We had some computer problems right before the show started. So, okay, so Lines and When Will My Stream Begin, out Scott version. So here we go. Thank you very much, Drew Baca and Joy. I will be right back with a fresh beverage.
Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Lines of connection, communication, not reputable history. Past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. A power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always butcherous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers, violent murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all dwell on ourselves. We're the private enemy, becoming who we're meant to, virtuous and creative. We won't dread the different, the strange or unrelated. A power line to convey certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us home, to bring us home.
Eight 30 p.m.
The usual streaming setup.
Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title and tweet, pour water, tank top, and chroma.
OBS seems all set, so I click start the stream, and so I'll pause, fold in, and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Folks asking when will my stream begin?
Almost knocked the laptop down. Too much dancing.
After howdy, it's items and chest tools breaking.
Pickaxe when proof while talking to you,
Professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking.
So I'll click craft it quick and real time enchant pick, then I'll replace the books in random chests with care. I'll draw my winery, I'm sure there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chat swear. Not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin?
Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show.
Alrighty, we can start the show now. Let's take down that music sign. Let's take down that hydration break sign. Welcome to the second hour of the stream. We started at 8:30. It is now 9:30 U.S. Central Time here in Nashville, Tennessee. If you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, just so you know, the camera gets bigger when we hit certain tip-in milestones. We are 20 away from the next... Whoa. Okay, Sorry, new camera. Did you see that? The focus pulled. Don't pull my focus. Where is the properties for this camera? Hold on. I thought I set it to manual focus only. Configure video. Okay, let's go over here to camera control. Auto focus. No, I don't think so. That's wrong. Don't put it to 252. What is it there? 0? That seems... Yeah, okay, so we're going to set the focus there. Manual focus engage. As you were. Okay. The new camera is very HD. I would say the new camera is disturbingly HD. And I'm going to be honest. I tested this at a few different sizes and I was like, oh, this is so much worse. Like, and then I was like, I hope the Beetlejuice looks okay. And I was like, the Beetlejuice looks not okay. It looks not okay at all. But in like a really creepy, terrifying way. And I'm like, I'll just assume that's better. I'll just assume that it's better that way. Alrighty. Oh, hey, we got another tip rolling in just now. Thank you very much to Gritmonger for that 20. Boom! Boom! Moving those beads like Zoom. Here we go. It's time to expand. Jost. Do-do-do-do. Lowering that Joe opacity now to 70%. We are now $20 away from the most obnoxious face camera milestone, the Joni Stark helmet cam. Okay. So... we've got enough glass now that I think we can safely... I didn't make extra yellow glass. We made extra black glass. We made extra green glass. We're going to make some extra yellow glass too before we go. I just want to have extras of all the glass because I know I accidentally broke some glass with the wrong tools. So, I'm not saying you have to get the Beetlejuice today. Y'all do what you want. Like, I'm not the boss of you. Unless, like, you actually work for me. In which case, you're off the clock, so act like I'm not the boss of you. Tommy, NJ, Toxic. I'm not the boss of you right now. Jennifer Garcia says, hey, Joe, wanted to say I loved your prank. Thought it was heartfelt as well as funny. Thank you. I really wanted something that would feel... fun for Iskall, because I know he's been having a rough week after being sick, and I'm really pleased that it was as well received as I intended, because I'm one of those people, I mean well all the time, but it blows up in my face and backfires a lot, and so I don't assume at this point that just because I mean well, it will be taken well, if that makes any sense. That's not a judgment on the other person, that's just statistics at this point. Like, I would be stupid not to realize how many of the things that I try to do well are gonna go sideways. So it was really a pleasant delight that it actually went the way I thought it was going to go. We don't have enough birch signs, in my opinion. We need to switch all of these over to birch signs. Okay, we got some extra birch trees here. What can we free up? Let's get rid of the iron chest plate. The white dye. Well, I might want the white dye. Don't need the coal. The black concrete we don't actually need. That goes back in here. The concretes all go back. Okay, so we freed up several spots. DJ Frogtime says, I'm not the boss of you, and if I am, this isn't in your contract anyway. Yeah. Okay. Howdy to fellow Tennessean Patricia Claiborne. Okay, let's see what we are doing now. We are gonna pull. We need to pull birch to, or we got birch. We need to make birch signs. Now, the best way to make birch signs is by combining sticks that we make from other things. So we're gonna make a bunch of sticks with spruce logs here. Then we're gonna make a bunch of planks with these. Then we're gonna make a bunch of signs. Okay, we now have 20, 30, 36 signs. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Wizard of Doc says, isn't the Beetlejuice supposed to be weird and creepy? You know, it is, but like sometimes you're more successful at something than you intended. And you're just kind of like, whoa. And that's kind of how I feel about the Beetlejuice with the high definition camera. It's one of those like, wow, that sure is something, huh? Yup, that sure is something. Okay. Oh, wait, was that not the right? I thought Silk Touch Axe. We need to go get more snow. It's not raining anymore. Okay, we need to go get more snow before we do anything else. Andrew House is just popping in to say that you did the best April Fool's prank on the server. Thank you. Silk Touch doesn't work on snow, says Packy, 10 minutes late. Thank you, Packy, for that update on why I failed. Okay. Oh, now I'm in the ground. Okay, we're gonna make a bunch of snow blocks now, because let's just assume I'm gonna break a lot of Corrales' house, and that we're gonna need all of these. Let's just go into this assuming that. The community Discord is only for Patreon patrons, which you can find at patreon.com/JoeHills. I did just break Corrales' house, which is why I'm frantically fixing Corrales' house. Hey, Ann Warner, welcome. I'm glad that you are enjoying Vintage Beef's Skyrim stuff and Minecraft stuff. Can I give you a history of the evolution of the hermits? Sure, I'm actually well suited for that. 10 years ago, HermitCraft was founded as of like 2 weeks from now. We're coming up on the 10-year anniversary real soon. And about 5 weeks after it was founded, I was invited to join. I was the first person invited to join the server that was not a founding member, making me the original new guy. And basically, HermitCraft was created because Mindcrack had proven, which is where Vintage Beef used to play. He used to play on a server called Mindcrack that we have kind of outlasted. But Mindcrack proved you could do a lot of fun stuff on YouTube with a bunch of people doing goofy YouTube videos about Minecraft. And this guy, Generic B, was like, I want to do stuff like that. Can I join Mindcrack? And they're like, we already have like 25 people. We can't have more people at this point. So then he was like, well, I'll create my own thing with a bunch of random YouTubers. And he invited me, and I thought it was a scam. And it turned out to not be a scam, which was nice. Yeah. And then we kept doing this for 10 years. And the reason we outlasted a lot of other servers is because we have no real structure. I recommend everyone read... There's a thing called The Tyranny of Structurelessness. It's an incredibly good essay by Joe Freeman. And anytime you're like, why isn't HermitCraft better at stuff? It's literally because of these problems described by Joe Freeman in this essay. That's why we aren't better at stuff. But our structurelessness has allowed us to outlast a bunch of other groups because they were like, how do we divide up merchandise profits? And we're just like, oh, let's just not do that. That sounds like work. So that's why you can't get official HermitCraft merchandise. So, Any special plans for my personal 10-year HermitCraft anniversary? I need to work on those frantically. Like everything else in HermitCraft, last minute we will improv. So HermitCraft is a bunch of improvisational experts. And the reason that we have survived despite our structurelessness, or because of our structurelessness, is because we're all improvisers, right? So we don't over specialize, we don't over optimize, we do so many things wrong that we end up being okay even when other external things go wrong. Because we're constantly self-sabotaging anyway in a million different ways that we don't even realize. It's basically, we're so chaotic that chaos can't kill it because we are the fabric through which it is woven. Does that make any sense? We have become this ideal of mayhem. And on some level, that opens us up to a lot of criticism. There's a lot of things we could do better. And I don't disagree, but I don't know how to move it at this point. Like, it just does what it does. And I'm very fortunate to be a part of it. So this is not a complaint. This is just like an honest appraisal. We're the platonic mayhem. We are, what is the word for, we are a paradigm of mayhem. Yeah. Chaos can't kill us because we are it. So, yeah. 10 years of HermitCraft is 10 years of chaos. The world has been absolutely nuts for the last several years, and we're doing okay because we didn't know how to fight it, you know? Like, we're just creating weird art and having fun as a group to try to not make sense of the world, but just to try to deal with it or exist in it individually. We're chaotic neutral, says Vicky Hamlin. Ezra says, Isuma always quotes you when people ask him about HermitCraft structure. Thanks. But seriously, I know I used my sarcastic tone when I linked to that Joe Freeman article about the tyranny of structurelessness. That essay is incredibly valuable for anyone who's participating in a group like this, even if it's just to make peace with the fact that that's what we're doing now. I really recommend everyone read that Joe Freeman article. But anyway, we just got 5 rolling in from Ann Warner, who says, here's a Hermit coffee. Thank you for sharing the joy. I try. That puts us 15 away from the next face camera expansion. Hey, Philip Abdullahi. Hope you have a great week too. So yeah, we never plan on stability, so we're fine with upheaval. Hypno was here in season 1 too, yeah. But he's been like different levels of involvement throughout the years. He's always been super helpful on the back end, showing up at meetings and hanging out. But like he wasn't always doing it in front of the camera stuff. So we need this to be 6 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the closest we can do this to here. And then these have to be 5 wide. So hold on. 1. The snow's not going to melt, right? So that's 1. Then we have a gap, and then we have another one here. Hey, who'd we get raid from? Welcome, Silent Whisperer Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, but also Corrales' attic. My friend Cub Fan pranked me with a bunch of Wordle ghosts that we are going to try and rehouse here in Corrales' attic. So I'm just marking out the areas that are tall enough to support a Wordle ghost. They need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. So we can have, oh boy, I've got 13 Wordle ghosts to house. And they're not all going to fit up here. Here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to try and we'll put 3 of them in here. Well, what was that noise? There's some sort of weird in-game, like, shrieking animal noise. Did y'all hear that? Does Corrales know we're doing this? No! We're not that kind of friends. That might have been a shrieking fox. Oh, it's Corrales' fox. Yeah. Is Corrales' house going to be haunted? A silent whisperer. Well, I'm putting 3 ghosts in right now. So let me pull the screenshots that I made earlier of these Wordle ghosts. We're going to go in alphabetical order. So Wordle 266. Okay. So let's get the glass out and actually start laying these in. So we got green glass, yellow glass, and black glass, as well as clear glass for these. We won't need the scaffolds at this point. I want to take all the tools out of my hotbar that are not Silk Touch, just so I don't accidentally non-Silk Touch break the glass. That would be really bad. Oh, we'll put the signs back in, though. Okay, so this one, Wordle 266, I solved in 5. Nope. See, this is... Boop, boop, boop. Silk Touch. Touch them with silk. Okay. So then we had... I got a yellow on that one. Yellow on that. Nope, wrong. Oh, wow. I was kind of joking about the Silk Touch thing earlier, but I'm actually really glad I did that now, because I've made 4 mistakes in 1 minute. Cub put in a lot of work to research. He went and, like, found my old Wordles from my old streams. Is that the stray gas? No, it was the fox. I am not an optimal Wordle player, if you haven't figured that out already. I did get this one in 5 out of 6. And then we'll do the clear glass underneath for the 6th row. And then we'll put the sign. Caps lock is on. Wordle 266. 5 out of 6. Yeah, Cub was very meticulous with his research. He really went into, like, finding those. Jam, Sam, ma'am, sa says, why does your face camera look like that? The camera gets bigger every time we hit a $20 tip, big milestone. We're currently 15 away from the next one. So, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills on YouTube Super Chat. The next face camera expansion size is actually the most obnoxious. We call it the Tony Stark helmet cam. Because, like, there's a certain point where everybody who tips makes the camera more obnoxious, and it covers more of the screen. And it also gets more transparent over time. Like, the opacity reduces. Yeah, we'll reduce on that. So, the idea is that everybody who wants to be super obnoxious can tip early in the stream and make the camera bigger. And then people, once we hit the next face camera size, and it covers the whole screen basically, people can keep tipping, and it'll keep getting bigger, but the transparency will reduce faster than the camera gets big, or the camera's already so big it doesn't matter that it's getting bigger, right? Yeah, what did Scar do? Oh. We tried. Okay. So basically, people can tip to make the camera bigger if they want to be obnoxious, and then other people can come in later and tip to make the camera smaller, or not smaller, but bigger, but it'll keep getting bigger. It doesn't stop getting bigger, but it gets more transparent. So less obtrusive versus more obtrusive. Yeah. I kind of said that right. I don't know. The fish face. Sorry I missed that. I'm doing a lot here. Yeah, Cub really went into depth on this. Cub's video on YouTube is actually in the Wordle category rather than the Minecraft category? Oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't know there were Wordle videos on YouTube. I need to post my next video as a Wordle video. Because it's not like YouTube statistics matter. Like, it's all stupid nonsense. Oh, boy. Okay, so We got 2 greens again here. So shockingly, I didn't get those wrong. Salamander Tips 20 who says, yes, I do want to be obnoxious. So here we go. Go into the next face camera expansion level, the most obnoxious face camera level, the Tony Stark helmet cam. Here we go. Expand. Is that big enough? That's about it. Joe, lowering the Joe opacity now to 60%. Everybody who has tipped up to this point has been making the camera more obnoxious. If you'd like to make it less obnoxious, we are only 15 away from that. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHilson YouTube Super Chat. We are on the... This is the first stream where we've gotten this big with the new high-definition face cam. So, oh my gosh, that fucks every time. It's freaking me out, man. But let's... Caster Slice says, I love you, Joe, but this is terrible. Yeah. Well, I'm not here to make things that aren't terrible. Gaze upon me and despair. Oh, that should be my Twitter bio. The sharpest Big Joe ever. Okay. So this is Wordle 267. 6 out of 6. Phew. So we've got 2 out of 3 of these in here. Oh, there's just not a lot of space. If we wanted to fit some more on the back wall here. Are any of these 6 high? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we get into this thing. The problem is that chimney is really blocking the way there. Yeah, I don't think most of the attic is tall enough for these Wordles. Laugh at me and gaze upon me in despair. Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, it's not like I'm doing anything on screen that you're like, oh, I really need to be able to see these Wordles he's creating ghosts of copying Cub Fan. Like, don't most things in the attic get stored on their side? A lot of people are suggesting in the Discord I should store them sideways. Well, the thing is, I want to put them in upright and then possibly mess with them. Because my plan was to come to the attic and put them in and then come back tomorrow and I'll have like moved them so they're like laying down or sideways and then sad. And then I'll be like, oh, it looks like they don't like living in Corrales' attic. And then I'll like brainstorm a new place to put them. My goal is to not just move them once, but like to move a few of them. Right? Or to move them a few times. And so, like, I want to put them in upright first, and then we can turn them sideways to make them sad later. Okay, so the next Wordle that we need to move is number 268. Let's move that over there so I can have both windows side by side. Well, one of the other things about HermitCraft is I did not ask Corrales about this. This is not a planned collab. I made a joke about putting things in his attic, and he was like, no, don't store things in my attic. But then he never like messaged me later and privately was like, seriously, don't store things in my attic. If he did that, I would go, okay, fine, I won't store things in your attic. But, like, he just said, don't store things in my attic in kind of a goofy, laughing way. But, like, not, like, we've been working together for 10 years. Like, if he really didn't want me storing things in his attic, he would have sent me a private message saying, actually, I have serious plans for that attic. It's going to get in the way. It's going to ruin my episode. Please don't do it. So I have implied permission to do this because he only said no while laughing. Okay. Which is not a good way to live your life on the whole. But in this very specific case, it'll be fine. Okay. So, is there room? Can I get 5 blocks in? No, that's 4 wide. Let's go to his other attic. Nolan Smith says, I seriously thought you were going to say they don't like being in Corrales' attic. Too bad. That's actually my plan. I'm only planning to put them in here for like one day. Okay, so Corrales' second attic is like above this part. Oh my gosh, he's got so many animals and parrots and stuff. I am not used to Minecraft feeling this alive, and it's freaking me out. Okay. Yeah, Corrales is usually one of the first people in this. Oh, this attic's a lot bigger than I realized. But it's not tall enough. The Wordles are so tall is the problem. Does Joe Hill swear? Yeah, I'm constantly saying things like, I swear by Trogdor's hammer, you will be avenged. And, you know, that sort of thing. Like, Great Caesar's ghost. That sort of thing. I don't know if I can get back out of here. Oh, yeah, like, I'm constantly drinking to oaths. I'm pouring out the sacred drops when people die. It's a whole thing. Thank you, Cheesiest. I'm glad somebody noticed that. A few people noticed that, apparently. Okay, so this attic is terrible for Wordles. I don't think that area is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 5 high and it's not far across. Yeah, never miss a Homestar Runner reference or a Galaxy Quest reference. What am I doing for my prank? Oh, I already did my prank. I'm doing cleanup from the prank on me now. Hey, we got a tip rolling in via PayPal. Let's see who that is from. Tyler. Okay, sorry, that's actually Ecologue. Sorry, I misread this. There's like a lot of information on this that is mostly garbage. But okay. Ecologues writes, hello, I am the real Corrales. You are definitely allowed to use my attic. This is the normal way we communicate. So that is going to get us 5 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Expand. Jost. Do. We are into T. Joe Eckhillsburg territory now. The camera is actually not centered where it should be on the monitor. Oh, wow. Okay, but now I need to move that. Look at that. That's high definition, y'all. Lowering the opacity now to 50%. Do. So there we go. T. Joe Eckhillsburg is in the house. This is just not a good attic for this. But thank you, Eclogs, for that. Scar rejoined. Howdy, Scar. Welcome to the future. Okay, so we put in the first 3 Wordles. 269. Kitty Mama 89 tips 10, who says Joe Astley was amazing. I especially loved his Swedish accent. Thank you so much. I was trying to speak Swedish without an accent. I was trying to speak proper Swedish, and well, you get what you want. Either way, Jared rolls in with another 10, saying Burninate the village. So here we go. Expand. Jost. Do. Lowering the opacity now to 42%. If you had a question about the opacity, there's your answer to that. Life, the universe, everything. Okay. Let's reorient that. There we go. Okay. Look at that high definition eyeball though, right? Like this is a better camera, objectively. This is just clearly a better camera. You're getting to watch HermitCraft through my eyes. You're getting to see HermitCraft through my eyes. Okay, so if we wanted this to be 6 tall and 5 wide, and we go this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we could get one Wordle in here. And then we could maybe stack another one in front of it. And then another one. We could stack like a bunch of them in front of them. Okay, your name is clearly intended to be offensive, so you're banned. Okay. No, I refuse to pay Facebook for anything. I have a Valve Index. It might be more expensive, but that's money that Facebook doesn't have, and I despise them with every ability I have. So I rail against them and then all their works. Okay. So, sorry, Discord chat. The Wordle overlay is kind of going where you are. Great Wordle's ghost. So, I'm not seeing your chat. I see Magenta Avocado is now typing. But I'm about to cover that with a fourth. I think we're on Wordle number... Wait, 5? Did we do Wordle number 4 already? No, we didn't do this one. 269, 4 out of 6. No, we didn't do this one. Okay. So... Wordle Nate. Oh, dang it. That's why we brought extra glass. Welcome, Peyton's RC. I hope you are having a fantastic February. Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera right now because we don't want to miss recording with Cub. I've actually been recording this whole time. I forgot to stop recording earlier. So, that's fine. There are worse things to do than record too much HermitCraft. I'm sure that something I said I can splice into a video later and it'll be rewarding. Wait. No, that's not right. Okay. Swap some of these out for black glass. This is like a Tetris piece here. We got like a yellow. Got that right. Okay, so we're going to put a sign up here that says Wordle 269 406. Done. Hey, Bogwitch, glad you like the pinball stream. I'm going to try and troubleshoot the 16.9.916 thing, because that wasn't an April Fool's prank that didn't work. I objectively was really trying to make that work, and something failed, and I'm not sure what. So I wanted to try and do another test stream of that earlier today, but just with my family coming to visit, I didn't have time to clean and do a test stream. But I really think that I can get this vertical video streaming thing down. Like, I'm a very competent person on the whole. Don't let my incompetence fool you. That's part of... Hey, Cub!
How's it going? How's it going?
Good. I was just rehousing some of these Wordles up here.
Very good.
It is getting kind of tight, though. I don't know if there's going to be room for all 13 of my Wordles and your Wordles, too.
Okay, maybe we should preemptively go to the second attic. Maybe that would be a good idea.
If you want to go take a look at the second attic and let me know what you think, I would be happy to hear your opinion on that.
Okay. Yeah, let me go and take a look here.
I've already put a lot of Wordles in the other attic. Cub doesn't know that. It's not a second instance of OBS. This is...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
you saw the
Go.
other attic, right? There's not a lot of room
Yeah.
for Wordles in there. I've already got 3 or so.
Yep. Yep. That is correct.
Yeah. Are you
Wow.
just hacking through the roof at this point? How do you get in here?
I've memorized how to get into Corrales' attic.
Okay. Also, I've just been coming up through the floor. I have like a scaffold here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to follow me down here, can you see my name tag? I've got a scaffold that's still open.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll come back over there. I'll come back over.
This way. You're almost there.
Yep. I'm good.
Come on right up. But yeah, so I kind of used as much space as I could in that first attic, and then I was like, I don't even know. So I'm gonna start putting them in this other attic. But like, there's this space seemed so big last time we were here, but now that I'm putting in things that are 5 wide and 6 meters tall, like I realized I was like, what do I have in my own apartment that's 6 meters tall? I'm sure that would help me visualize this. I have nothing. I have nothing that's 6 meters tall. I think my bed might be like about 2.5 meters long. Like my mattress might be the biggest thing dimensionally in my apartment.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I do have a couple of today's world I got in 3, so I only need 3x5.
Oh.
6x5.
Congrats.
So I might be able to put one of mine up there somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a sign anywhere, Joe?
Yeah, let me toss you some. I brought extra.
Okay, perfect. So I might be able to fit that in up there. But yeah, otherwise we can try and squeeze them in somehow. Put them sideways or put them like this way, like this, on the ground.
Well, I don't know though. It feels like, you know, the ghosts should be respected. Like I want to put them in like the way that they were like out there floating, you know?
True. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got to be respectful of these, yeah, for sure.
Like you know, it's one of those things like being buried with your head pointed toward the core of the earth. It's like weird. I don't know.
You know, speaking of burying these, what if we made an area under Corrales' base and then claim that he's like built on a burial ground?
Okay, that's way better than anything I had. Have you been under Corrales' base? Because
I have not. I've just suggested it now. So.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Down there?
Follow me.
Okay.
Okay, so I did some research on this because I don't know if you saw my Rickroll video thing, right?
Yep.
So I was trying to find. I thought it would be funny if I built like a bat cave under Corrales' base where I could put all of these lyrics for the song that I did, right?
Yep.
And so the thing is, the only place under Corrales' base that's close to a cave, he had a mine shaft. I don't know exactly where it is, but I saw like in his like early episodes, somewhere over here in this room, he had like his original mine shaft.
Okay.
I'm just ripping up his floor at this point. I'm like, okay, I was 100% sure it was here earlier. But now that I'm really getting into the floor and not finding it,
you can't go back, Joe. It's too late. We gotta continue.
I was gonna. Well, this stone pick's about to break. Do you have a pick?
I got it.
I really thought that there was like a mine shaft here somewhere that he had.
It must be here.
Oh my gosh!
It's not here. We might have to message Corrales and be like, "Hey, bro, we got your snow farm. Yeah, it's gone, man. It's gone."
Is this a snow farm? I wasn't even looking at what that thing was. But okay. You're finding
Joe,
ore down there. Okay.
It might be too far. We might have dug too deep, Joe.
Yeah, and too greedily. Okay. Well, I was pretty sure that somewhere in here there was a Corrales' original mine shaft. He built his house on top of his mine shaft, I thought. And my pick broke. Okay. I can go back to my house to get another pick, but like...
I've put a sign here that says mistakes were made. We're just going to leave it like this.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Okay.
There we go.
So I was going to say, if we could find this mine shaft, though, we could just go straight down that. We could add a ladder. Oh, you actually have silk touch. I did not. I just have a lot of cobble now.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, he can as long as he can still get there, that's the important thing.
But yeah.
I think. There we go.
Because I was originally going to try and find that, and I couldn't find it in time. And so maybe it was closer over here. I don't know. I dug a bunch of holes and none of them seemed to go anywhere. And I thought like maybe if I just got tired and I was like I'll put the signs over here. But there's definitely somewhere in here Corrales dug an early mine shaft. And I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere like in this general area.
Okay.
And so if we found it, we could put stuff under there, but like I don't know if we're going to find it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we fit the as many as we can in the attic, and then if we run out of space, we come down here. How about that?
Yeah, or we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Perfect.
Okay. So Cub, I think we got the recording part of that done. Just okay, to give you I haven't actually told you what I'm actually planning here long term because I didn't think you were going to jump in on this. And so like my stream is still listening. But like I've already
perfect.
I posted this to my Discord as like I've brainstormed. I was so inspired by how the last episode went and your build. I was like, I know what I'm going to do now, right? So
okay.
But here's my plan. My plan was to move the Wordles to Corrales' attic. And then record a segment of me saying like, okay, here they are all safe and sound, right? And then tomorrow when I replace my Wordle with the next one, I would bring the ghost of the previous days back to the attic. And like, I would like make all the signs instead of being birch, they'd be like a sickly looking wood. And like some of them are laying flat and like some like just be like, oh, some like the black ones would be gray now. And be like, oh no, they're so sad. They don't like being up here, right?
Oh, gotcha.
And so my plan was that I was then going to move them over to the world border and be like, maybe they want to be free. And I'll put them on the world border. And so then what I was going to do was I was going to double them all in size when I come back the next day to add another one. And be like, oh no, they're feeding off the energy from the world border. And then I was going to kind of keep moving them around the server in different places. So that's my loose plan. And I'm open to suggestions for good places. But I actually have a cave under my house that I was thinking was going to be their like forever home if you want to come see it.
Yeah.
Here, follow me.
Yep.
A lot of people in my chat are like, I hope people who don't know how Wordle works at least know how ghosts work. Yeah, that would be really helpful. You gotta at least understand one of these two things. Or none of this will make any sense. Okay. Oh, boy. So, come on this way, Cub. Basically, underneath my house, I've got this cave that I call my quarterly planning cave.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So I don't know if you've seen like Cleo streaming like about her journals where she like plans out her months and stuff.
A little bit, yeah. I've seen you do like a quarterly plan.
Yeah.
Point.
So this is like where I put my quarterly planning, like April, May, June, and the idea is that when the world download comes out, people can come back and see like, oh, which of my goals did I actually meet, and like, you know, stuff like, did I actually hire an accountant, or did I remember to do an Eid or archery? Oh, I wanted to do an archery day episode May 14th. Do like
nice,
some, yeah. So like, because I was inspired by your whack-a-mole game to like try to make a more complex whack-a-mole game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, in May I'm going to try and do that, and if I can line it up with archery day, then that's a cool thing, you know?
Yeah, that'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah, so if you look out over this whole cave here, this could be a whole habitat for these ghosts. This was where I was going to put them at the end of the episode.
Yeah, this is cool.
And then I could just add them underneath my base every day as I remove the wall from the walls. But I think it's really...
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a perfect long-term home. But in the meantime, I want to bounce them around the server a bunch of silly places and kind of make it work, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah, I can start with today's Wordle for me, because I don't have like a whole backlog of mine like I have. like I looked up yours, but I don't have that for me as well. So I can just put one up there, and then I don't know, you could maybe move it, or I could move it to the world border and then back here maybe.
Yeah. I mean, and so I can send you the coordinates tomorrow once I figure out where on the world border I'm going to put them. I was planning, you know how most of the people kind of are claiming land east and like southeast of spawn.
Yeah. Yep.
I was going to go with this Wordle thing because I don't want to be in anybody's way. It's fine if they stumble across it, but I don't want to be like ruining their episode, right? So I was going to go.
I'd ruin away, Joe. I'd put it wherever you want to put it, man.
Yeah, where's Pearl's map? Let me find who I can harass the most.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, if it's going to be this temporary thing, like just have it show up. Somebody sends a message to you in Discord, Joe, what the hell is this? Come on, man. You got to. And then you're like, oh, what are you talking about? Isn't it?
Huh?
You must have seen a ghost.
Yeah, I'm sure Cub is the one creating the ghosts on the server. That couldn't possibly be me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that'd be great. I think.
Yeah. So the plan is yeah. So I was gonna go southwest though, because there's not anybody really over there, and
okay, yeah.
And also because I'm planning on doubling these in size, like I kind of wanted to have like a lot of room where I'm not too worried.
Joe, what if? Hear me out here. If ever we have a couple, I think I saw there was one Wordle that you did not complete. What if we sent those Wordles to the Nether and had a spot in the Nether as well?
Oh, we banished them? Those ghosts those are the most disruptive ghosts. Oh. That's a cool element. I almost I almost wonder if the end is funnier though, because more Wait. Sorry, my push to talk might not work if I wasn't focused on the window.
Yeah. I said, what about
No, I heard you, and I was...
okay.
Okay, so I was going to say, I love that idea, but I was thinking the end might be funnier, though, because it's something everyone goes through.
Yeah.
And we kind of put them, like, just off the island a little bit, so even if it annoys somebody, they'd have to scaffold out to destroy it. And so...
That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And so what I'm kind of thinking...
It'd be a little, like, decoration, too, going out to the Enderman farm or something.
Yeah, just having them on the path to the Enderman farm would be really fun. I don't think the Enderman... Can they teleport to on top of glass? We might not be able to put them on the way to the Enderman farm if they can. Maybe we just put them around the main island.
Yeah. That'd be funnier anyway.
Yeah. And so, the idea is, though, that each time I move them, I could learn more about their nature, right? And so I see, the ones where I completely failed are grumpier. They might not be content anywhere. We're going to banish them to the end. Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like this idea. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my plans was when I did them on the world border, I was going to see if I could find a place on the world border with like a ravine or something, right? And I was going to try and put one of them lower down in the ravine and then like quote unquote forget to relocate that one. And then I would go back every week and double it in size, like for the entire life of the server. So eventually somebody would fly past and there's just this like a world height Wordle, you know? It's like...
that would be good, yeah.
Yeah, and I apologize to anybody watching the stream if this is going to spoil the episode for you, but like I feel like this concept stands on its own. Like I feel like it'll work even if you know what's going to happen, you know?
I can just picture it now. Like we update 119, we move the world border, we all fly out to the 119 territory, and there's just a giant Wordle blocking the way.
Here's the other thing. You can use pistons. You can use pistons to push things across the world border. So I could take instead of banishing the bad the bad Wordles to the end, we could push them across the world border.
Yeah.
And then when we do the 119 update, they can come back and attack us or something because they're angry about being banished.
Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah, so I don't know.
There's a lot of potential with this, yeah.
This was one of those ideas where I'm like, this is such a good idea, and it's got a multi-day strategy to it, because the idea is I only move them every day when I go to bring the yesterday's Wordle out, right? And so I don't have to get it perfect. I don't have to figure out the ending perfectly today. I just need to go put a bunch of them in Corrales' attic today. And then tomorrow... I move them somewhere else. And so, this is really that's what I love about this prank though, is because you went through all this effort to find these things that were meaningful and historic. Like the idea of preserving them or them reasserting themselves. Like history is inconvenient. History asserts itself. Like there's all sorts of cool angles to do with that. Like you really inspired me with this prank. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, cheers, Joe. Yeah. Let's go back to Corrales and let's get this first part done. Right, that's the main thing we got to do.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just like standing in my cave talking. But
No, it's good.
Yeah.
We brainstorming and it's good.
yeah, but like this
You got a lot of space down here too, Joe. Man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and yeah, it's one of those things. Like when I first saw the prank, I didn't really understand how. Like I was like, I think somebody might have gone through. Yeah, okay. So if you hadn't gone through and stalked me on Discord to find these, my second thought was, well, you went through your old replay mod files and just looked at the times you had flown over my house and loaded it up in replay mod.
Oh yeah. The only problem with that would be I don't have that many replay mod like files.
Oh, see, I have replay mod turned on anytime I'm on the server as like a safety net, because sometimes I log in and something happens right away, and that way I always have a recording of it, even if I'm not like recording in OBS, you know.
I gotcha.
But yeah, no, I loved this prank before I understood it fully, and then when I saw your video, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is even better.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Yeah, you did a lot of them actually. I was surprised how many there were. I thought there would just be like 3 or 4 of them, but there was quite a few that you put up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean my real plan was to do it every day, because here's the thing: is like, oh wait, we're out of range. Yeah, I'll wait for us to like both get back into Corrales' attic.
Yeah.
Is this where the? Yeah, this is where the entrance is. But like the thing is, a lot of times in the morning, I feel like I've got like 800 things I need to do before I first log on to the server. And having an excuse to log onto the server early and just like, oh, I'm just going to log on for 5 minutes to do my Wordle. But sometimes when I would log on for 5 minutes to do my Wordle, I'd see, oh, so-and-so is on. We were going to try and do a quick collab. Let me touch base with them real quick. It was just kind of an excuse to like, it's like, oh, I got to do payroll. I got to do my invoices. I got to do a bunch of stuff, you know, like businessy things. Because I try to get all that done first, so then I feel creatively free for the rest of the day, you know? But it's an excuse for me to be like, I'm just going to log into this thing real quick and do this mechanical process. But then sometimes fun stuff happens. Sometimes I run into people and we get to do fun things, you know? Somehow I messed this up. But yeah, I was going to see if I could get another hermit to come in and collab with me on, like, evaluating why the Wordles were sad, right? Like, so if I come in, I make these all, like, flop over and their signs are, you know, weird colors and stuff. And then, like, having Cleo or somebody come in and be like, you know, Joe, Wordles only do that when they're disappointed in somebody from Tennessee. Or something. You know, like, I've played a lot of Phasmophobia. I know a lot about ghosts, and ghosts only do that when someone from Nashville has really, truly failed them.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. I posted that on the general HermitCraft Discord, but, like, everybody's so slammed right now. Like, I don't know if anybody's going to take me up on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I could maybe do that a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Maybe not every time, but yeah.
Yeah, well, oops, I pressed enter too quick. Sorry.
Green and yellow. There we go.
Yeah, sorry. Caps lock is my push to talk button, so typing while holding push to talk is not good.
No worries. Yeah.
Hey, Will, glad you like the videos.
You got stream you got to deal with, and
yeah,
multiple chats, and because you're already dealing with like
I got 3 chats.
Like 3 or 4 chat windows. And, yeah.
The thing is, though, I always tell people, they're like, how can you deal with 3 chats? I'm like, how can you deal with one chat that runs at 3 times the speed?
True.
It's easier to read 3 different slower windows, you know?
How do you look at chat? Do you look at one, then another, or do you like focus on one and then focus on another and then like how do you do it?
Yeah, so I've got Twitch chat and like
I think you press caps lock. Okay.
Dang it, sorry. Yeah, if I was like tabbing out so I could like make all the chats visible to me, because I had one of them covered by the Wordle thing. But
gotcha.
Yeah, basically I've got the Twitch chat directly to the right of Minecraft. So I've got like a 4K monitor running Minecraft at 1080p, right?
Okay.
So that takes up like a quarter of the screen, and I put it directly under the webcam so that when I'm looking at the game, I look like I'm looking at the camera, basically.
Gotcha.
I've got Twitch chat to the right of it, YouTube directly below that, and I've got Discord to the left of Minecraft. I've got OBS below Discord on the lower left so I can see my audio levels and any warnings that like I'm dropping frames or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But like, yeah, well, the thing is, like, I don't know if you ever did any work with like computers where you were like having log files spool through a terminal.
I have not. I have
Okay.
not.
Gotcha. So at my old day job, sometimes when we would launch a website or a new server or something, I would have like several terminal windows open that are just continuously spooling all the requests that are being made to that server, all the network traffic, things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm used to like watching live log files spool past and looking for patterns, even when they're moving too fast for me to read everything. There are certain things that
Gotcha.
like your brain's like, well, that's wrong. Or, that's wrong. Okay, gotta fix that. What's up with this? You know, that sort of thing.
Jumps out at you.
Yeah. And so like that's just one of those things where it's like, you know, if I had to have a job I didn't want for 10 years, I might as well use the skills I picked up there to make the job I do want better, right?
Yeah.
So
Very true. Very true.
yeah. Okay, so
Very true.
I gotta switch tabs real quick to move another one of these forward. But yeah, I was gonna say if
I put mine up there already, so got mine up there from today.
awesome.
It was actually a really good solve for me today. I got a 3 solve today, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, you're fantastic. Today's for me was a 4 solve. I was gonna say,
Nice one.
if you want to record coming back here tomorrow night, I'm streaming at the same time. I don't know what your schedule looks like.
Tomorrow night might work. I have to see though. I am streaming tomorrow.
Well,
Afternoon.
yeah, no worries.
I think
And
it
like,
probably won't go this late, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
yeah, well, and I'll be streaming the same time on Monday. Like I said, my plan was to move the Wordles tomorrow to the world border, maybe bounce them around 1 or 2 other times, but like I don't want this episode to drag on for a week recording wise. I want to, you know,
Yeah.
get it out while April Fool's is fresh. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you happen to be online when I am, I'm happy to have you no matter what.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah, if I'm online, just let me know, and or otherwise just like message me the coordinates in the world border so I can move mine, and also like tonight's or today's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will definitely do that once I figure out where those are going. That's a tomorrow problem. I really, I planned this episode going, I'm gonna limit the number of decisions I have to make each day so I don't feel overwhelmed on any given day. I'm trying to figure out how to pace my episodes to like make them more creative by making them less limiting at any given time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so thank you for coming by. I need to go recognize some tips and stuff anyway, but yeah, it's always a delight to have you come, and thank you again for this incredible prank.
Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah. Best of luck with the rest of the Wordles, putting them all up here, and yeah, let's not don't tell Corrales we broke his snow farm area.
Oh yeah, the chat was like, yeah, you asked Corrales about this, right? And I'm like, no. He told me not to put things in his attic, but he was laughing when he did it, and he didn't send me a private message later saying, seriously, don't put things in my attic. So that's a yes, basically.
Yeah, I'll have to bribe him with free potions or something.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
All right. Anyways, Joe, I'll see you soon.
See you, Cub.
Bye.
Okay, chat, we're going to turn that face camera back on. I hope that you're having a good day. I'm having a fantastic evening here. We got a tip from Ziggurat for 20. Sorry, Ziggurat, that took so long, but we were going to do that recording. Ziggurat said, this is Ziggurat. You are fun to watch late at night. Well, thank you. That's going to get us to our next face camera expansion size. So here we go. It's time to expand. Choo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And we're going to lower the opacity now to 32%. Brrr. Oh, Scar logged on, and I didn't say hi to him. Let's fix that. Hi to Scar. Well, oh, no, all caps. Hi to Scar. Ooh, Joe's all... I'm always watching, Chatzowski. Always watching. But, like, seriously, look at the glasses. The definition on these are so much better with this new camera. Moki J says, Joe, I love your community farm and tent. I built that on my server. Awesome. Okay. Yep. Here's the camera. Welcome, Alex C. Glad you could join us. Okay, so that was 271. We need to just build a few more of these. I am having such a good evening and such a good day. I am so pleased to get to hang out with y'all at the end of the day. TNT 30, TNT, welcome. Yeah, honestly, all of these services are super intermittent with a lot of things. But I appreciate you trying to raid me, whether the tech worked or not. Hope you have a good day. Even my eyelashes are clearer. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is the new HD game. Or HD camera. Jeb Kerman says the new Kirby game is really amazing. Yeah, I got that for my daughter. And she's been really enjoying it. She's like, you should play this on stream. And I'm like, I'm going to eventually. Like, that's the sort of thing, like, I'll get to that at, like, Thanksgiving. Like, that's like a holiday break for me, is playing Kirby on stream. That's not, like, something I can just do in the normal. Okay, so we got 2 of those, 3 of those, I think. 3, yeah. 3, and then 4 on that one. Yeah, we nailed it. And this is Wordle 273, 5 of 6. This is my first Minecraft stream with the new face cam. We did the Mario Kart stream with the new face cam, but people wouldn't notice as much because we were in rotation mode. Alrighty. Oh, we could move the ghost to Doc's gas storage under Mumbo's base. That's a good point, Lily. That's actually really funny. Okay, so we got 273. Let's move on to the next one. 274. Okay, so this is a weird one because we actually had a boop there and then boop, boop. Then we go boop, 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 boop. One, 2, 3. Need another one of those, and then these go up and around. Wordle Ghost in the UFO. Highlight all the awkward spaces on the server. I haven't played Minecraft on Switch, really. Have them nest in Scar's tree. Put them in Scar's storage, laying in the order inside of the chests. Oh, that's funny, too. Hey, we got another tip rolling in via PayPal. Let's see who that's from. Thank you for the 5. The person wrote a private message that they don't want me to read. Thank you for the offer of assistance, but I'm happy to pay my moderators when I have them. That is going to put us 10 even away from the next face camera expansion. So yeah, I'm building a business here, not something else. So yeah, no, I when I do streams where I need full-time moderation, I've got a great staff that I tap for that. Wordle 274. That's 6 of 6. Yeah, no, I actually have a fabulous staff of moderators, but I only bring them in for big events because I'd rather pay more attention to the chat myself. Like, I like hanging out with y'all here. That's why I'm here. Will, yeah, that's my face. This is my webcam. A lot of streamers have webcams these days. Yeah, should I turn off the ring light when the camera gets this big? Maybe. I feel like it makes the camera look more pixelated though. You don't get the same definition. I don't know. But this is a way better camera than the old one. How do you become a moderator? Well, I'm not currently accepting moderator applications. But basically, the moderators on my streams are my Discord moderators. I ask my Discord moderators, hey, I've got a big stream coming up that I can't pay attention to because it's like a Mario Kart race against the Hermits. Anybody free at this time on this day? And then people say who's free and who's not. And then I say, okay, here you go. Here is a living wage to moderate for this special event. Because I feel like the national minimum wage is criminally low. So, and like, you don't have to do that. But like, the thing is, the point of having something be your business, like my channel is literally my business. This is my livelihood. But if part of the point of being your own boss is that you can decide what you think is fair and what you think is unfair and what's good and what's bad. You can run the sort of business you want to run because you're not just your own boss. You're everyone who works for you's boss. And you can decide how you want to do that. And it's like, well, I would rather pay people a living wage less often than have them clock in all the time to earn nothing. Or peanuts, you know. So. Okay, here we go. What was the point of quitting my day job if I'm not going to try to be a good employer? You know? So, but no, I've already got a full moderation staff for the present, and for my future expansion, I have some people already that I'm not going to do an open application for the next round. I have some people that I've either reached out to already or people who worked for me in the past who said, hey, next time you want to have new people come in, can you let me know so I can apply? And it's like, yeah, I'll let you know next time I'm hiring. So right now I've got enough people that want to work for me that I've already reached out to for the next round that I'm not going to do an application round for next time. Unless, I mean, a bunch of people say no. Because it's always possible that they're like, hey, things went way better than I thought. I've got a better job, you know. But I'm not going to be doing open applications for a long time. Okay. Stephanie Hall says, thanks for the response. I totally agreed with you. I run a small business too. Yeah, then you get it. Like, because, like, if I'm going to do things that don't make me happy, why would I work for myself? Like, and one of the things that makes me happy is making sure that other people are taken care of. You know? Like, I've worked at places where my coworkers were mistreated or not treated well in general, and it was like, it killed me. I was like, I want to fix this, but I'm not the boss, so I can't, right? You know? And I tried, and it was basically like, short of quitting in protest, there was nothing I could do. And I was at points in my life where I couldn't quit in protest, and that was some of the most frustrating and disappointing experiences in my whole life, honestly, because like a lot of things have gone sideways for me one way or another, but I didn't feel like a lot of the things that have gone sideways for me felt like external failures, but like maybe I should have quit when my coworkers were mistreated in these different ways, even if I didn't think I could afford to live. Like, maybe I could have found something better if I had pushed myself, but I was too much of a coward, or I wasn't bold enough. And so I don't want somebody who works for me to ever be in that position. I'm like, now that I'm finally an employer, now that I'm my own boss and other people's boss, I want to do better. I don't know. Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling. I'm talking in circles, but you guys get the idea. Like, it's really hard when you're supporting a child and things like that to decide to walk away from your job if you don't have savings. Hey, welcome to Colin Black Rose. Welcome to HermitCraft. We are currently... Why am I trying to go to sleep? Probably because I'm tired in real life. Oh my gosh. We have actually accomplished everything we absolutely needed to this episode. So it's probably... And we've been streaming for how long now? Over 2 hours. I have had a whole day. So why don't we see who we can raid? At the point where I'm clicking on the bed, trying to go to sleep because my body's like, you're tired, go to sleep. Oh, Hazel Lynn is streaming. I love watching. Hazel Lynn is often streaming at the end of the night when I'm like cleaning my kitchen and doing all my chores and stuff. So why don't we go ahead and raid Hazel Lynn. She's currently playing on the Black Minecraft server. I have been subbed to her. I realized, like, the other day, I've been subbed to her for 8 months. And she's just like, what are you doing with your life that you've watched my show for 8 months? And I'm like, dishes? But, like, I gotta clean the kitchen at the end of the night or we're gonna get ants, right? I gotta do something. So, if I'm gonna do something, I'm always happy to watch Hazel Lynn at the end of the evening. So when you get over there, our raid message is always, howdy y'all, Joe Hill's raid here. So get over there, be friendly, be kind. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.